onward and upward. And I had the playtest of the Fantasy OSR, the Fantasy Hex Crawl, which have used similar systems. The main difference in the Space Opera OSR, Space Pyrates OSR, is I added this ship grid, and this ship grid will become integral to other mechanics for other systems going forward. But having this ability to sort of pinpoint where your resources are and where you took damage is one of the highlights of the game here. That is just more sales pitch. I've counted my insights. I've showed you what you do with those, and let's go on to was that a 3 and a 5? No, let's go to a 6 and 1. I was homesick. Well, I took my XP for being homesick. Here comes big and little dice. I'm still looking for that one something or other to get me coming home. A 2 and a 4. It's going to be more extraction ops. And I am in a collision course with something. Means you are extracting too close to fractured planets and moons. Gain enough flammable poisons to fill one tank, and transition metals to fill one rubbish bin. Now, I could have started with a rubbish bin. I could have started with 2 rubbish bins, but I would not then have the tanks, and I would not then have the no man's land. And I'm sort of an optimist when playing games, not in real life. Whew. Okay, I'm sort of an optimist when playing games, so I took this no man's land hoping I get lucky and get something really valuable, because the reverse, if I took, for instance, just 2 rubbish bins looking to fill them up with transition metals to sell on the open market, and I luckily got a piece of big-ass tech that would be a very valuable object of its own right to sell or help protect me going forward, I would not want to see that just tossed. I would want a place to fit it on my ship. Until that place gets blown apart like this solar array. But the collision here I could fill, but I don't have any excess bins. You should depart. Hell no, stay awake. You can remain and take yet another role of extraction ops and group play that decision made by the next person. If anyone subsequently generates a second collision during this extraction, we would suffer big little implosion of magnitude 2, which is damaging something. No safeguard to protect you from that. Some things in space are moving very fast. Regardless, all characters with a psychic aspect also roll poof, which means we've been out so long that you probably have made a mistake with your spells and cast them at shadows. Remember, I was homesick before. I don't start with any spells. That's not going to affect me. I don't have anything more to get from this area, so I don't need to stay in extraction ops. And so let me go to the next big little roll. A 1-2. It may not be the best of civilized systems. It's a bunch of freaking space hippies, but it means I pick up 2 dice. I got 5. I bring the news of the world. I bring the latest DVDs, or the equivalent. I make the connection to get Netflix to these guys, and they pay me 5. Now, that could be $5 bajillion. It's just a unit of 5. I look at it like cents. When I was growing up, man, a nickel is a lot of money. That's how old I am. And space hippies mean you cross paths with mystic free spirits, a mobile colony of free love, astrology, and tarot divining. Are these really space hippies? No, they're probably just someone I look at as bad. Damn space hippies I've come across. How can I come and constantly sell my goods if all I'm dealing with these space hippies are a bunch of environmental freaks? If you are far away from Sol, at or beyond Carina, Sagittarius Arm, Funky Quirks, Force at die roll, and Surgeruni. I'm not out here in Tangerine. No, I think it's Apricot and Poppy as the colors those actually are. And some classes still get. Now I can buy, replenish my aces. I don't need to. For 10 apiece. That's double the cost. Everything you buy here has an inescapable smell of ganja. The populace would love to trade, but have nothing of value even as domestic slaves. Deal not in trade goods, nor the cool stuff. These freaks here do get excited and will pay honest cash for creature specimens. If you have at least one to sell, the prices of all aces become free. I do not gain any sort of conditional roll. So I came across space hippies. Now, I'll still get to go in R&R. There is some benefit to that. I do make a little bit of money from them, but I can't sell that flammable and poisons. Whenever you get back to a civilized system, whatever your threat is, it will return to banditeers, unless you're forced to be aliens within the apricot or scary monsters within the poppy section. And here comes my next roll, a big or little. Well, we're going to look a little bit first at R&R. Now with R&R, I can first do tangible recuperation, and the benefit of that, can I fix this? Well, I can't fix it with tangible recuperation. I can fix something that might have been broken here amongst my spacesuit tech, and I don't have any hit points that I've taken, so I can't get anything there. Old scores, I'm playing solo. This is another method that you can punk one another of your fellow group members and possibly pick up some experience points at their expense. The putting your tangibles. So I'm an engineer. He made me store 1 hex of the vessel that contains a damaged or otherwise useless pod. I got this solar array. I'd love to fix it. Both flammable poisons and transition metals must be on hand. All I got is the flammable poisons. I don't have the transition metals on hand, so I can't fix my solar arrays. If I could sell it to the hippies, I could still sell it for half its value. But these generic pods without anything in them are pretty cheap. And what I really need to do is get someplace where I can get a solid 50 for selling these poisons. And can I go down further? I don't have any sort of a quest because I haven't established a network yet. I haven't done enough in life. By doing stuff in life and moving along these character arcs of journey, I start to make a network for myself that I can depend upon, where I can contact my buddy who likes to hang out with the space hippies. He may have a second or third family there, and I could say, hey, can you find me some work, because but right now I'm still a relatively solid ship, got some oil to sell. All I need to do is find a place to sell it. Off I go out of R&R. Still got that nickel. Here goes my next big and little. And I rolled 31. A 31 is going to be space anomaly. It's going to be a derelict ship. It means you find an old ship, a cargo transporter or refinery freighter, gain an XP. Alright? That is 3 XPs. 3 XPs is going to put me up a level. I am going to go to level 2. I now need 5 XPs to go to level 3, and all these whole new units in the game. I can look at my character here, Lance, and it will tell me that by going up a level as a Legionnaire, I will gain another 7 hit points, which is nice, and I will roll a die to see if I pick up any extra talent. So 7 more hit points, that puts me at 17. Starting to have some muscle here. Oh, that's a pathetic 7. Let me see if I can roll a better one. Roll a better one. Let me see if I can draw a better one. And there's my 7 for 17. And I will try to roll on this table here under character. And I will then try to improve my talents. And here comes my die 6 roll. And my die 6 rolls a 2, and I am now a galaxy pilot. That's a nice one to be. Being an engineer and a galaxy pilot and my own owner-operator here. Lance is doing well. And again, I'm level 2. I'm going to need 5 more XPs to go to the next level, and my hit points, I'm keeping them track on the main sheet here, but I can add them here. I still have all my aces, but as I said, I'm keeping track of everything. And on I go. I went to the next level because I rolled that 31 for meeting the derelict, and your enemies seem to be monitoring these systems. You easily gain plunder or salvage from the wreck. Okay, let me see what I'm going to gain. I would like to gain, I think, plunder, because plunder can give me extra tanks and GPs, and salvage can give me extra things that get filled in. Now, I could try to roll to get that big ass tech on a 6, but I think just a general plunder roll of a D6 would be good here. And I rolled myself a 6. I made a tech find. Mystic Relic, and now I'm rolling D6 plus strata. That's where it makes sense, because you get better gear. 2 plus 2 is a 4. I have a rank 1 Mystic Relic. Now, as a Legionnaire, there's only certain Mystic Relics that I can actually use. I can use Clarity, and I can use Encounters any class. And I have a rank 1 Relic. I'll mark that. And I get to choose what it is. And I'm going to just take a rank 1 Relic that gives me an armor. And that armor could stop damage from barriers are also good because I can protect my ship. How about I do that instead? Can I use barriers? Nope, those are telepath only. Well, I got armor, so I picked up this mystic relic of rank 1. And if I take some damage, I can apply my armor and decide, no, I'm not going to take that damage. Pretty generic. I can also sell that relic as something else in a general system. And what else happened here? Now, you gain easily plunder or salvage. I did. Next, decide if it's worth boarding the Hulk or remotely chopping the debris. In group play, the next person will decide this. Now, I can either board the Hulk and roll harebrained, or I can chop up the debris and take. If I chop up the debris, I have to expend either robots or luck to gain salvage or plunder, not both. And also, if I do that, you can get greedy and take both, but then I have to go into big and little, I should say, go into big D6 of Battle Station. The class Legionnaire automatically gains plunder or salvage, not both, without losing its aces nor risking battle. Well, it tells me I get to do that, so I might as well do that. Let's go back to my, because I am a Legionnaire, I want to go back to loot and roll a die again on plunder. D6. D6 of a 3. So I gain a GP pod to attach my ship. That's not bad. A GP pod is going to mean copy and paste. Let's put him out here at 1615. I can't put him out here. He's got to be connected to the rest of the ship. And there is some advantage of putting him here because then I can't lose 1-4 and lose the item at 1-2 either. But I'm trying to focus and keep all of my objects first in the 1s, then maybe in the 2s, etc., and make it so that now I can put luxury goods in that. And do I want to leave or do I want to risk battle? I think I want to leave. Regardless, I can refresh a psychic aspect. No, that was good for me. Derelict, I didn't want to board it. Instead, I just chopped it up from a part using my engineer and my galactic pilot skills. And here comes my next roll of big and little. And it's at 25. I'm back to salvage. Extraction ops, 25. It's going to be a spied. Means you stop and sightsee. Let the contraptions do their job and stay out of their way. Those activities are noticed. Option to gain enough flammables and poisons to fill every tank aboard. I just have the 1. But increase the fiend threat. Else gain nothing, but the threat does not increase. Regardless, this ends extraction ops. Well, ends extraction ops. Here comes my next roll. 1-4. Civilized system. Will they possibly sell to me? Well, it's an exotic festival, and the exotic festival means first I roll this, and I picked up 4 more bucks. I cheated, didn't I? 4 more bucks, and you enter a place at the same time others are gathered for a celebration. Thousands of interspecies weddings in a theme park atmosphere. Gain $2d6 from staging, catering, and entertainment. If you are far away from Sol, in at or beyond Orion, Cygnus 2, suffer Surgeruni. Let me roll a d6 on Surgeruni. Surgeruni of a 6. Oh, I like to roll high and hurt myself here, don't I? Surgeruni of 6 means I have damaged something in my spaceship suit tech, but I don't have anything that can go down. I don't have like a +2 thing that can go to +1, and those could also try to be repaired during R&R recuperation, which is coming up. Small consolation, gain an XP. Well, we like gaining XPs. And go back to my civilized planet. I rolled for my Surgeruni, and at a 4, we have the exotic festival, and the site will replenish aces for free to every class. That's nice. I'm also a Legionnaire. I get my robots replaced for free. And procrastinators, easy to find, will pay cash for creature specimens. And the revelry needs certain commodity cargo. But you are outsiders. Roll conditional trade to gain the rights to sell flammable and poisons for 75 a pod. That would be some real money, and I could really start to move forward with that real money. You may not sell consumer luxury. And one last trick: in group play, this action is made by the next person. You can race off with a D6 pods of any type, provided you risk a roll on no guts and no glory. No guts and no glory, you can really be beat to the bejesus on that. So that would really be a desperate thing for a guy playing. But I can always, as well, retire a character and sell all these timeshares to the next character I play. And instead, if no one opts to use no guts and no glory, I'm going to take a roll on opportunity knocks. But the first thing I have to do is I have to see if I can have some sort of hero acclaim here, so that I can sell my my cargo of flammable and poisons and be able to trade with the money that I make for it. 75. I can buy potions. I could buy cargo containers. I could even buy some tech with that much money. But I'm going to have to roll big D6 and little D6 of 66 all the way down at the bottom of my conditional trade tasks. And what do they want me to do? I will post it, and then I will read it. Do we count that 1? We count that 2? We count those 3 ones of insight? Going back to Lance. 3 more insights. It's a 7. I could actually move up the grid here. And we have, I may do that just as an example. A 6/6, a doppelganger, is able to take the shape of anything it touches. This power is being used for evil. Duh. No one should impersonate another. Find the criminal and carve it into small pieces that can be fed to a ginger house cat. Strange days indeed. Roll 5+ for success. Subtract 1 from your dice if you've ever cosplayed as an adult. Now, that's a joke that probably cost me half my sales. But I keep it in there and I stand by it. I have never cosplayed as an adult. And oh, have I? Oh, I went to a Victorian ball. Yeah, I need a 6 here. Okay, here comes my D6. A 2. I missed it so handily anywhere. I don't know who the doppelganger is. I just hope it's not me getting back on the ship. Since I didn't solve this local problem for the people, I cannot trade. I go on. I still have my flammable poisons. I still have my extra ships here. I got my small amount of cash. They replenished all my aces if I needed to. I go into R&R. In R&R, I don't need to. I can try to repair this if I had both flammables and a rubbish bin full of transition metals, but I don't, so that's going to stay broken. And the world would continue going into the next set of encounters. More later.